So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, again, cheers for joining us on our weekly journey of consciousness in the sea of itness and suchness. Um, and I want to kind of expand on that word. You know, when we look at the reality of life, and this is one of the things earlier on we were talking about, when we look at the fabric of what our life is, so we can live in a bit of an illusion that this is what life is. It's about friends, it's about food, it's about clothes, whatever it is. But we live in certain ideas of what life is. And that may not necessarily be the only way to look at life. So, one way to describe life is to ask yourself, do you know that you are? Do you know that you are? Yes or no? Yeah. You must be in order to deny it. You must exist in order to that. Right? That question allows you to realize that behind everything else, there's a sense of being. And it's got nothing to do. In fact, it is happening by itself, that sense of being. And that sense of being is this fabric of life, existence. It's ultimately consciousness at this stage, anyway, which never changes. Never changes. It'll always be a being. You'll always be a being. Whether you're a sleep being. Whether you're awake, you're an awake being. When you're alive, you're a living being. When you're dead, you're a dead being. But there is always that space. Once we begin to touch this space in our experience, in our existence, in our meditation, and it is through meditation, you will realize some secrets of life, like likes of Tesla and others discovered. Going to determine what comes to manifestation, experiences, time in our own way. So it may be Thursday for the world, but it wasn't Thursday for each one of us. So we live in this illusion that time is something that happens from outside. But in reality, it's something that only when you awake, and because you have things going around you that tell you that things are changing, you have time. When you go into that meditation space and there are moments of timelessness, you still exist. That timelessness is what is known as suchness. It's known as that, the very fabric, sweetness of life itself. When you divorce everything else, when you step back from everything else and ultimately just sit in your being, you begin to realize all is as it needs to be. But out of this, we also realize our illusion of control. So we come to life and we feel that we're all in control to a degree. I'm all into control. I'm here listening to this or paying attention or not. I am in control. But you will realize that the fabric of your life, all that you are, everything else, food that you eat, and all of that was actually happening beyond you, beyond your awareness. Your entire body was working by itself beyond you. Did its liver thing, heart thing. You had no role in that. Absolutely no role in that. Then which bit are you in control of? As a question. Which bit then are you in control of? The fact that everything you're embedded in, you cannot live without the air. You cannot live without the space. You cannot live without the physical body. You cannot live without the fire in it, the water in it, the earth in it, the air in it. You can't live. I can't live. You're embedded. You had no choice in being here. So ask yourself, how much are you in control? And through this question, we come to realize that life has a way of looking after itself, and a trust appears within us. And as we move into this transition, which is where we are, especially now with the days, so Happy New Year to everyone. Um, Happy New Year, cheers. So now is the time to plant your resolutions, and they will grow. And if you plant them now, they will grow. So let's put a resolution together. Now is the time. So, in our illusion of control, we become more and more stressed because we realize that as much as we wish to control ourselves and others, and it's like people saying, I don't like feeling the way I feel. Well, how much control do you have? How much control do you have? So we begin to realize there are many things that you cannot control, but you have the power and the ability to do something in the present moment for yourself, to come to that sense of peace, to come to that sense of tranquility. And because if you practice it regularly, then it's not a big effort to do that. By doing that, by coming to that space of centeredness, that timelessness, that suchness, which allows you to be absorbed in life and releases you from all those things that you feel bind you down through time. I think it makes sense. Does it make sense? Yeah. Bottom line of your time. Your mind is directly responsible for the quality of your time. So when you're having a hard time, things expand of because it's so boring that you won't get out of because it's so boring. So you become prison, right? So you see yourself as becoming bound in that. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Okay. So time, mind are two sides of the same coin. The happier you are, the more intent you are, the faster the time seems to go. So time come from outside. It's your own emergent quality. You are timeless, but your mind is time. Let's put it that way. You are timeless. And if you go to that eternity, the ever eternal now, just through meditation, even one sip of it, you will realize that you are beyond, as whatever you or I are beyond any description that could have ever been put to it. Any description. And this changes the very nature of the reality we experience, allows us patience and its own place. I know. Oh, that's the key of life. Yeah, something like that. Okay, shall we do a bit of meditation? Shall we do a bit of meditation? There's a great text in the Buddhist literature called Diamond Lotus. Diamond Lotus? Yeah, I think the Diamond Lotus. And the first part of it speaks about, and it describes how, uh, and it's written by a nun who was a disciple of the Buddha. His Lord, he says, the Lord got up, did his vows, got dressed, did his vows, sat down, crossed his legs, put his back up, pushed his shoulders back, and then settled with awareness. And this is written several times. You would never find that in a scripture, would you? How someone just sits, right? So great reverence is given when we sit. Because look, If you were inviting a really important guest to your house, you'd make an effort, wouldn't you? Bit of an effort. This is the same thing. In order to get to that nirvana, that extinguish, and the light there that's held comes out. The flame that I'm talking about is the ego. So when the candle goes out, which is the sense of self, go back, then the moonlight, you light up. Enlightenment. Straight your shoulders back and just make sure your neck is loose. Close your eyes, close your mouth. And as you breathe in, next breath in, just bring your focus to your body as best as you can. And as you do this, down, gently moving down, and see if there's any sensations that are dominant. And all you want to do is just locate them. Moving all the way down. And as you do a deliberate, intentional act, next breath in, thinking about the body, not imagining it, just sensing it, becoming a little bit more familiar with it. Next breath in, bring your focus now to the chair that you're on. And we're going to systematically go through the body, scanning for sensations. So first bring your focus gently to the chair that you're on, and allow your body to be held, which means you can allow yourself to soften a bit. Notice that the seat you're on, where it makes contact with your body, the sensations within the body. Bring your focus to those sensations. And then gently bring your focus up so you become aware of your hips. And then as you breathe out, you allow your awareness gently go down your thighs. Remember, you're looking for sensations. Moving down towards your knees. From your knees, you move down towards your ankles. Again, scan the back of your legs. And allowing your awareness to sit at your ankles, just for a moment. Next breath out, you bring your focus down towards your feet. And again, just sense them, not imagining them, not thinking about them, sensing them. Allow them to loosen a bit. And then gently bringing your focus to the soles of your feet. Now hold your awareness there as best as you can. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. Then just allow yourself to locate yourself back to the seat you're on. Then just allow yourself to locate yourself. So the ground beneath you is the only ground that can hold you at this moment. Locating yourself, the here and the now. Notice your back is straight and upright. And then as you draw your next breath in, go back towards your middle back. You're scanning. This is and then notice your shoulders. If they can. And then from your shoulders, you bring your focus down towards your elbows. From your elbows, you bring your focus down this itch, any sensation that's dominant. And then bring your focus to the palms of your hands. And then bringing your focus to your fingers. Next breath. Next breath in. Gently bringing your focus in. Gently bringing your focus towards your eyes. Notice how gently the eyes, the best you behind your eyes. And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, you bring your focus towards your mouth. The sensations on the roof of your mouth. Sensations within the cheeks. And then next breath in, once again, become aware of your body as best as you can. Is there anything dominant? Next breath in, you bring your focus now towards your inner space. And by this we mean our thoughts and our feeling. So bring your focus first towards your mental space. Do you feel alert or do you feel drowsy? Are you able to focus or does it feel cloudy? Are you attentive or are you... And then gently bringing your focus to the surface of your chest. Now we want to synchronize the movement of the chest with our breath. And we begin to notice as the breath comes in, the chest moves out, expands, and expands. And your focus is at the chest. And then you notice there are subtle sensations that come with the movement of the chest. See if you can notice them. Around your ribs, around the back. Now move your focus a bit deeper into yourself. As though you're right at the center. your very core, your very heart, and hold focus there. And as you hold your focus there, see if you begin to chest. Out, open your focus, your awareness to all the noise and sounds around you. Allow the sounds, the noises to come to you. You don't need to look for them. Simply listening. 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 When you really bring your focus just beneath your nose and begin to watch the movement of your breath. If you find your focus has been distracted by some thinking, or my voice, or a sound, notice the distraction. Stay with your breath. Stay with And now to refine the awareness a little bit more, we begin to follow the out breath out, following it all the way out. And what we want to get to is right at the end of our out breath. See if we can notice when that happens. Allowing each out breath to move you deeper into the moment of now. Alert yet relaxed. Notice there's a tiny little gap at the end of your output before the in breath begins. See if you can notice that. Notice how you're breathing. Does the breath feel subtle, light, or does it feel hard, gross, labored? And again, to refine our focus a bit deeper, bring your focus now to the sound of your breath. The more intently you listen, the more present you become. Allow yourself to let go and simply be present, listening, on your next breath out. Once again, just opening your awareness to all, again listening, including the sound of your breath. Simply open to sound, to sound. Listening. Bring your focus to your experience as best as you can. Does time exist in this moment of now? Does age exist? Notice the presence of silence, the presence and the absence of fear, the absence of anger, the absence of disturbance. Awareness to follow the bell again. Thoughts may come, thoughts may go. Allow everything to be as it is as you sit in your stillness. And then gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose and sitting with your breath in silence. Sitting with your breath in silence. Notice how absorbed you are in the present moment. Now we're going to bring up, and as you breathe out, you expand your awareness to include your whole body as best as you can. And again, just take a moment to notice anything that's dominant. And then bringing your focus to the chair or the seat you're on. And once again, notice that there are sensations within the body. The chair makes contact. Gently moving down your thighs to be embodied. From your knees, moving down to your ankles. Coming to your feet. And then the soles of your feet. Notice the back is straight upright. Arms, hands, shoulders are comfortable. Eyes are still closed. Mouth is still closed. Face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back to your breath. And now, as the breath comes in, you sense your body. As the breath goes out, you sense your body. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. So before you come out of your meditation, take a moment to simply have the intention to smile. Just the intention to smile. Allow this energy to become present in the body. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and then gently opening your eyes.